Uju dinawe magna duk. Dewias dune waswaganin and dunjaba. Ogama waswaganin. That's something I've learned since I've become a tribal chairman, is to understand and at least try to greet people in our language. And you as the Anishinaabe people of Waswaganin, I think highly of you people as we go through time together here today. Time travels fast, as we are now encroaching on another election. You know, for myself as your president of the Lac du Flambeau Band, and our endeavors, what we need to do for the future for not only the general populace of the community, but for our young people that are born, that are coming up through our school system. And I just want to identify that you need to take a hard look at when you make your choice out there. Everybody should be the chairman of the Lac du Flambeau Band at one time or another, or everybody should be a vice chairman or a treasurer or secretary, because these are very important jobs, especially now as we go through the era of it's really important that you choose wisely when you go to the polls, not maybe choose so much for your families or your cousins or the ones that you frequently sit with at different areas, but take a look at people like myself, what I've done for the tribe once again in my 4-year term. I've turned it around. I've brought our tribal government together. You know, in the past 2-3 chairmans, we have nothing but chaos. There was no leadership there at that top echelon and on in our area of what I've done as a leader for my tribe. But you got to understand it just didn't take me. It took maybe my initiative to push some of our tribal leaders to do certain things, which is great, and that's my job. I don't have a vote as a tribal chairman for the Lac du Flambeau Band, but yet I take all the criticism, and I take all of the things that, well, that Tom Maulson does this, Tom Maulson does that. Well, that's the way I am. I will always be that aggressive chairman. May it be during the fish wars that we had, and now today we've got mining going on, and I've made it very clear to EPA. I sit at the board at the national level, at Obama's level, with other tribal leaders out there. I tell what is needed. I don't ask what's needed. I'm a very aggressive person, as you all know. I don't take any crap from anybody. You know, and I guess that's where I tell people, take a look at the other leaders that are trying to you know, unseat me, if you want to call it that. And I'm not going to go into the arena where dirt has been thrown maybe upon myself. But you got to take a look at, you know, what has happened in the past with these leaders. They are in a, you know, we're in the position today as we go forth and trying to accomplish the things for tomorrow for our people. We've got gaming on the horizon. We need to make sure that we galvanize that in such a good way that, you know, maybe we can be the next Potawatomis or the next Ho-Chunks or the next Oneidas or the gaming world where maybe dollars can go to another level, and we too can reap the harvest. And it takes you to really stop and think before you put a check mark out there. Ogeechee does for tomorrow. We are the ones that you ask us. We can only do what the rest of the tribal government does. But I just can't say enough about the rest of my government that I sit with for the last 4 years. We've come a long ways again, people. You know that. And I guess that's when you go to the polls, when you go out there and take a look at who's out there. You've got people sitting, and I can say this much on that list. People have been busted for drugs. People are some of the users. I can go on and on, but I'm not gonna badmouth everybody, because everybody's got a chance to run. And when they run, they know in their own heart what it's all about, what they've got to do in order to make sure that the people are gonna test them or put a check mark by them. But I can say this much, we need to make sure that our government will continue to run down and vote for your candidate that's gonna be good for you. If you gotta really look at those candidates, so I ask you to take some time when you put a pen to paper. So miigwech, and I'm looking forward for your vote.